Hello everyone out there in YouTube land. So I'm going to attempt a harebrained idea, which I proposed in my last video, depending on if you watch my videos in sequence or when they went up. Anyway, I proposed reading "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" to my pug. I picked this up at the Dollar Tree. I've never actually read this book all the way through, and nor has Malcolm heard it all the way through. So I'm going to read "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" to Malcolm. I'm going to attempt to hold him and read this at the same time. Malcolm, you ready? Okay. "'Twas the night before Christmas." Okay. "'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. Oh, you trying to read with me? The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap." I know you can't wait to find out what happens. "When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash." You can tell this is an old-timey poem because no sashes. What do you think, Malcolm? Look, I told you guys this was a stupid idea. Okay. "The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wandering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, with a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. This is really difficult to do. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, oh Comet on Cupid, on Donder and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all." Malcolm, nobody in old times read to a pug this fat. I'll try reading this way. Okay. "As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too." I hope this is not how I acted as a child. Look, it's Santa. You gotta look at him to identify him later when he comes and brings you gifts, okay? "And then, in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot." Ew, no wonder nobody reads that part of the poem when you see it on TV and stuff. Oh. You ready? Okay. "A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening the pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry, his cheeks were like roses and nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. Now, who does that remind you of? Jiggle, jiggle. Okay. Okay. I'm telling you, when you read this to a pug, it's like the world's longest poem. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose and giving a nod up the chimney he rose. You'll be ready for bed after this, Malcolm. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim as he drove out of sight, "Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night." Well, I hope you enjoyed this idiotic Christmas video featuring me and my pug Malcolm. Malcolm, are you going to be as famous as Doug the Pug? Are you going to be? You need a bath. You smell like a sweat sock. You did. Okay, so Malcolm, how'd you enjoy the poem? What'd you think? Well, you weren't impressed? It didn't make you sleepy? No? Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this story time. If you did, remember to subscribe and comment down below. And until next time, goodbye everyone out there in YouTube land.